Hey, it's Chris Cashman behind the scenes here at the White Center Food Bank, where more than 300 hungry neighbors in need come here every day for these incredible resources, and that need is increasing, but you can help this weekend. All you need is $5 and a willingness to eat some amazing food. We got a lot to get into tonight on Evening.
Climb aboard and frolic across Seattle's Lake Union and beyond this summer.
I'm St. Brian on Mercer Island, where this nearly $20 million home is just one chapter in the story of a local couple who have spent decades building dream homes across the region.
I'm Jose Cedeno coming to you from VMAC, where Media Day, it's happening.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Evening Magazine from White Center. We are just outside of their food bank, where the community is coming together in an awesome way. They've got a cookbook and a fun fundraiser this weekend we'll tell you about. But before we get into that, we must pay tribute to your two-time Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. They just had Media Day. We sent Jose over to find out how they're planning to run it back.
It's Media Day here at VMAC, and you know what that means. That means it's a brand new season.
I was so looking forward to go behind the scenes, to check out the action, the new, and yes, the fun.
My guy.
This is when the excitement definitely starts to pick up. You're starting to see all the new guys in their uniforms, the veterans coming back through, so it's an exciting time of year. We've got 10 sets this year, so everything from standard headshots
Yeah, we might gotta use that one.
to the intro videos that we play in-game when the players are coming out, to some social media sets.
We're asking players to shout out your favorite hometown restaurant, and then we also have a grip strength test.
129.4, is that good?
Blitz has got some fun games that he's playing over there with some of the players.
The Spanish game was kind of hard. It was kind of hard, but I feel like I did pretty good. The eggs, like I said, precision, composure.
There's even a game that if you win, Blitz will give you a pair of sneakers.
And the box just kind of threw me for a loop. The box, they did throw me for a loop, but I had fun though.
I didn't win, but you know, it was worth a try.
You're the first person I see that won today.
Hey, I'm a winner. What can I say? You know what I'm saying?
This is such a fun team. That's like a real treat this year, just watching how willing this team is to kind of participate as a group. It's really fun. This set is for the networks, so it's when you see the players kind of cut out to the side of the statistics. That's what these photos are for.
There's a station highlighting new Seahawk merch.
What do you think about the new swag?
Oh, fresh.
Yeah.
All the way. Go get that.
You want to take all of it?
I'm gonna go get some. Yeah, y'all go get some.
And even one that looks more like a movie set, with a Pacific Northwest look to it.
Everybody's excited to be back. I mean, it was definitely a short off season with such a deep playoff run, but we're excited to get back to it, run it forward.
With that, I only have one more thing to say. Go Hawks!
The champs, your Seattle Seahawks, kick off the preseason August 15th against the Dallas Cowboys. Not far from the VMAC where they train, Mercer Island. There is a new estate on the waterfront that is turning heads, yes, because of the architecture, the views, and even the price tag. But Saint tells us this isn't a story about luxury for luxury's sake.
Hey, beyond the waterfront views and luxury finishes is the story of two hometown kids who grew up on this island and built an extraordinary business.
On the shores of Mercer Island, this brand new waterfront estate feels less like a status symbol and more like a front row seat to the Pacific Northwest.
Essentially, we designed the house to be a style like we would like to live in. And so, more contemporary, but warm and cozy.
Roger and Nancy McPherson both grew up on Mercer Island and are the founders of McPherson Construction and Design. Over 4 decades, they've built roughly 200 waterfront homes around Washington, learning that, at least in the Northwest, luxury isn't about showing off, it's about making life easier.
Everyone wants a great room. No one wants a dining room and a living room. Everyone is in the kitchen, always. I mean, every party, where's everybody? In the kitchen.
It's entertaining.
Who wants plugs? When you can have disappearing plugs.
Here is a home where conversation flows easily, where the indoor and outdoor space become one, where comfort is key.
This is the TV room. It's the media room. It's the place where you want to get cozy, watch a movie, just watch a TV show, put your feet up, have friends over, do whatever.
The 8,000 square foot home has 5 bedrooms, 6 baths. There's a wine room big enough to make a sommelier weep, and upstairs, a spa-inspired primary suite.
You've got big bedroom, you've got a sitting area, fireplace, your own private deck, expansive views. Here's the primary bathroom. Yeah, there's quite the view here with a tub.
There's a shade that can come down for privacy, heated floors, and a shower big enough to host a party.
I think one time when we were just showing off the house, I think we had like 17 people in this room. It was crazy.
For the record, the shower wasn't running. What really makes this story different is that Roger and Nancy aren't just selling a house, they're moving in next door. Which means they're not only looking for a buyer, they're looking for a neighbor.
We want to go play tennis with them. We want to come over, have a glass of wine. We want to enjoy their kids, take them out on the boat.
That's not something you hear very often in luxury real estate. But then again, Roger and Nancy have never really just been in the house business. They've always been in the people business, creating places where families gather, where memories happen, and where life unfolds.
Thank you, Saint. The asking price for the Mercer Island home with friendly neighbors included, $19.5 million. I'm going to go look for a cash machine. Speaking of making bacon, our plant-based chef McKinney Howell has a new BLT recipe. She says it's so good, you will not miss the meat. Here she is from McKinney's Kitchen.
Today I'm going to show you something from my new cookbook, Simple Goodness. It is a tofu bacon BLT sandwich. So we're going to take out the B and we're going to put in the T, and you're never going to miss the B. Okay, so we're going to start by pan frying some of my smoked tofu that you can find in local grocery stores. We're going to slice it really thin, just like you would slice up some bacon. I'm going to do my best to really slice this thin. I'm here in Georgetown at my new tofu factory, where we make our tofu from the bean. Oh, hear that sizzle. Smoked tofu, has a hickory smoked flavor to it. This will make your vegetarian dreams come true. Anything that you can use bacon in, you can use this tofu in. It's called Baba's Smoked Tofu. It's a tribute to my father. He passed recently, and I wanted to keep his name alive. So we made this tofu. This is vegan aioli. I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh garlic in it. Well, it's about enough. It's fresh, so it's strong. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon in it. Now, the tofu is really the star of this show, so you don't necessarily need your aioli to be super strong. And then you can put whatever fresh herb is hanging out in your refrigerator. What's hanging out in my refrigerator is cilantro, so that's what we're gonna use. I don't want a ton of stems, but I do want some stems for flavor. That looks like that's about enough. Oh, there's cilantro everywhere. A little salt, or a lot. All right, our toast is ready. I'm gonna make this real simple. This is not gonna be a big deal. Just a little bit of aioli on the top and bottom. And our tofu. I got a couple of my pieces nice and crispy. I like tomato on my BLT, so I'm gonna use 2 pieces of tomato, a nice piece of lettuce, and that's it. There we go. I need a plate. Okay. That is a beauty. My mom used to make these all the time. Mine's a little more fancy than hers, but I think she'd still adore it.
Yum, thank you, Chef. And how cool is it that she named the bacon after her late father, which is also a timely reminder that Father's Day is this Sunday. Still to come on the show, a community comes together. We get a preview of Taste of White Center
and open up the community cookbook by the White Center Food Bank. Plus, we travel to where the buffalo roam.
This is one of their wallows.
And learn how this herd is helping a Northwest tribe. Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine. I'm Chris Cashman. We are behind the scenes here at White Center Food Bank. This is really the meat and potatoes of the operation, or should I say the potatoes and the onions of the operation. The great volunteers here are unboxing, loading up hungry neighbors in need, and you can support them as well this weekend. A special event back for the 5th time, Taste of White Center. They've even got a community cookbook filled with recipes from your neighbors.
Yeah, so White Center Food Bank has been around since the early 1970s, created by neighbors during the Boeing bust. We've grown a lot since then and changed how we distribute food. We operate in a grocery store model and then really try to meet neighbors wherever they're at. And this is kind of our main hub of operations.
One of your volunteers told me I should make sure to feature the produce because that's a source of pride.
It is a source of pride. So our #1 requested item here at White Center Food Bank is produce. And so we've really grown our purchasing power and program to make sure that we're getting our neighbors the types of food that they want to see, which happens to be produce. It's our 5th Taste of White Center this Saturday. We're really excited. We have nearly 40 restaurants participating. You know, a plate of food is just $5. There's a free kids area. There's going to be a fire truck, which is fun for adults and kids too. Ultimately, this is a fundraiser for the food bank.
Proof is in the pudding. You've got a cookbook.
So many of our customers are amazing chefs, cooks, home cooks, and really wanted to highlight the recipes that they've shared with us, but with each other, and as a way to build community even further.
Slurp it up. The 5th annual Taste of White Center is this Saturday. Tickets are just $5. Come support these wonderful people. Okay, you know, a buffalo may be an uncommon sighting here in Washington State, but on the Yakima Reservation, there is a herd of more than 200, and they're helping tribal members become healthier.
Far from the fruited plain, in marshy land on the Yakima Reservation.
Oh no, they are. There's dust right there.
Darwin Soxei has spotted that rarest of sights in Washington State, a herd of buffalo.
This is one of their wallows, you know, where they're dust bathing.
Darwin, biologists Christy Olney and Francis Peel actually managed the herd, which got its start in 1991. In the winter, that can mean supplemental hay feeding from the back of a pickup truck. But during the summer months, the buffalo pretty much sustain themselves.
That's one thing about them. They don't congregate and graze in one area. They always keep moving.
Unimpeded, buffalo can roam as far as 50 miles in a day. Managing a herd means building and repairing a lot of fences.
And it was a lot of hard work. And to see them out here just kind of grazing, you know, just relaxed, you know, it feels pretty good.
There's historical evidence the Yakima would travel east to hunt buffalo. A few years ago, the Intertribal Buffalo Council awarded the Yakima Nation 26 buffalo from Yellowstone National Park. They're bigger, wilder, and more pure.
We wanted to get them to incorporate their genetics into our herd.
The return of buffalo on tribal lands began as a way to preserve cultural and spiritual traditions. But for the Yakima, they offer another form of healing.
We've got a problem with diabetes on our reservation, and the buffalo meat is a lot leaner and healthier.
So this is where it's all kept.
A walk-in freezer on the reservation is stacked with buffalo meat for sale.
There's no fat on this at all.
And no preservatives.
Here we don't add anything. It's just what they graze on out here.
The sales of meat pay for maintenance of the herd.
So eventually, I want to have it to where we can donate it to our people, but we're not there yet.
As I got to mingle and connect with the buffalo. You know, they kind of come a part of my life now, where when I leave, I want to see a bigger herd with a bigger calf crop.
By nurturing the buffalo, the Yakima nurture themselves.
So cool. The general public is allowed to visit the herd. The tribe just wants you to reach out, let them know you're coming so they can have a crew available.
Busker Palooza. Take a musical tour of Pike Place Market.
But now you cry, now you grin, now you're out and
And welcome back to Evening Magazine from White Center, just outside of the White Center Food Bank, where the great volunteers are feeding the community as we speak. We'll head to another market of sorts, Pike Place Market, where you can see performers bringing art and music to this iconic spot.
It's a must-stop spot when you visit Seattle. Without a doubt, there's many fun things to do in this busy and iconic market.
yeah, we gonna bust.
Busking is one of them.
Pike Place is the most quintessential busking spot in Seattle.
But now you cry, now you grin, now you're out and
My name's Robert Leslie. I'm a busker, and I have been for quite some time. A busker is anyone who goes out in public and exchanges their talent for tips. This is the first place that I played at when I came to Seattle, and I still play here all the time. Every day that you go out, what you give out is what you get. No one knows you, and you have a chance to connect with people in a completely fresh way.
It's a little nerve-wracking at first, but this is Seattle. They love music. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just that me.
Doing like a little acoustic set.
My mental health.
To really get out here and just like be with the people. So I'm here for the entire experience. You come here to shop and see the sights, but then you just hear music.
There is something about walking here and discovering.
When you're feeling overwhelmed by the constant flux of life. What makes Pike Place so magical is that there's always a different flow of energy, there's always different people. Everyone's been very for music and for buskers. It just creates a really great environment to creatively express yourself. There's a lot of history to it.
What's clear to me is the music will keep playing at this market for generations to come.
Remember when you fall, you've got someone to call.
Go busk, get out there, go sing in public. It's fun.
Some famous artists got their start right there at the market. Brandi Carlile was a busker. And music fans are having their first ever Canadian music night, Rabbit Box Theatre, this Saturday. Check it out.
When Evening Magazine returns, how to make waves with your best friends in Seattle's Lake Union and beyond. Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening Magazine from White Center. We're just outside of the food bank. Support them this weekend. Taste of White Center, a cool fundraiser. Come eat. Have some fun. We're going to head now to Lake Union because sometimes you just want to spend a day on the boat with your best friends.
We've got out-of-town friends, a charcuterie plate, something to drink, and plenty of sunshine. A perfect excuse for an afternoon frolic aboard the Sea Frolic.
It's a fun boat. It's kind of different, it's eye-catching, and it's fun.
And it's just one of 11 boats offered by Trevor McLaughlin's Seattle Charters. Other options include the 40-foot luxury yacht Splendido and the colorful 45-foot sailing vessel Beanie. Trevor says while those boats max out at 6 passengers, he's discovered a demand for slightly larger groups.
8, 10, 12, 14, and even up to 16. So this is that sweet spot where you're not getting into a really big sort of ferry boat, big tour boat kind of experience.
We've got a tame group of passengers today, but it can really run the gamut.
We're largely doing, groups for graduations, bachelor parties, a lot of corporate events. People have a small sales team or lawyers groups. We end up taking extended families in from out of town for reunions, all that sort of stuff.
Seattle Charters is also giving rides to campers wanting to spend a night out on Blake Island.
There's a great campground there. It's super remote, trails. Bring your dog, whatever you need. We're happy to do it.
Joining friends out on the water is one of the most rewarding aspects of living in Seattle. Seattle Charters is happy to help you
Get out there.
I really encourage anybody to figure out a way to get on the water and just really enjoy what all this area has to offer.
How fun. You can rent Sea Frolic with your friends. Just go on their website and get a quote. That'll do it for us here tonight. My thanks to the White Center Food Bank, to the staff, the incredible work that they do, and for letting us tell you all about it here tonight. Support them this weekend. A taste of White Center. Thank you for making it the perfect evening. We'll see you.